Yo, what up guys? Your boy Chris here of 1980 Something Co. coming at you with another helpful video. At least I hope this helps you. Actually, this is a very helpful subject and one that I haven't seen anybody else talk about. Hangers. They're so essential to the t-shirt seller, the t-shirt reseller, and yet there's no content out there to talk about hangers and which ones they use. And this is a question that I get all the time. What hangers do you use? What hangers should I use? Well, the answer isn't just one answer. It really depends on what you're going to be using a hanger for. So, for example, I use a wooden hanger when I'm selling things, and I'll tell you why in a sec. But when I'm storing my own personal pieces away, I don't use a hanger, and I'll tell you why in just a sec. So, let's talk about each hanger first. So, we have our plastic hanger, we have our felt hanger, and I haven't even looked up the actual name for this hanger, but it just feels like it's got like a felt material on it. So I call this a felt hanger. And then I have my wooden hanger. Let's start off with the plastic hanger. So the plastic hanger, probably gonna be the cheapest option out of all the hangers. And when it comes to t-shirts, I'm strictly speaking for t-shirts. You hang a t-shirt on here, and what tends to happen is, look, a plastic hanger is the most cost-effective option. I get it. But for long-term storage of shirts, say you're going to have t-shirts on racks, you're going to be doing sales at different shows, I would advise against the plastic hanger. So let's go over the pros and cons. So pros, cheap. You could buy a ton of them, easy. Cons, it's not going to look good when you host a show, when you do an event, all your racks or on plastic hangers. They're not going to look as good as the wooden hanger, and especially if you're going to be using different color plastic hangers, it just looks cheap, it looks bad. Once you get a lot of tees on a rack and you start moving a bunch of plastic hangers, they're kind of wobbly, it's hard to push them down the rack. And another bad thing about the plastic hanger is that because it's plastic, it kind of is easy to bend. So what will happen is it'll start stretching the collar of your shirt. As you have a bunch of shirts on the rack, they become very heavy, they get pushed together, and they kind of, like, once they're pushed together, they become very heavy on these plastic hangers, and these plastic hangers begin to sag. And that's going to stretch your collar of your shirt out as it hangs on the shirt. It's going to start going down this thing. So I advise against the plastic hanger. Maybe when you're first starting out, you find a bunch of plastic hangers at the thrift, and that's what you use in the beginning, but definitely going to be worth it for you to invest in wooden hangers or felt hangers, and we'll get to those in just a sec. But before we do, I just want to say, if you're going to use plastic hangers, if you absolutely have to use plastic hangers, do not use this one. This little thing right here, this is for like blouses and stuff. The little straps go up here. These things will destroy the collars on your t-shirts. So stay away from this particular plastic hanger, okay? And you know, I just realized we don't have the metal wire hanger. That one's bad too. Your shirt just slips. It's probably going to be in the same category as this one. Cheap, and you only use it for a little while because it's going to start stretching your collars because the wire hanger, just like this plastic one, just starts bending. All right, let's get into a hanger that has a little bit more quality to it, and that is going to be this felt hanger. It's kind of fuzzy here. And this is a good hanger because it's going to protect your neck. It's going to hold the shirt to the way that you put it on there, and there it is. It's going to stay just like that. It is a little bendy. If you have a rack full of t-shirts and they get heavy, it is going to get bendy, but because it is fuzzy here, it's got this felt material here, it's going to hold on to the neck really well. So if you're going to be hanging your shirts for a long period of time, I would say use the fuzzy hangers. The downside to fuzzy hangers though is that for your shoppers, it's hard for your shoppers to go through your rack. These things are so skinny, they're not really good for fingering through. So yes, very good for protecting the neck. Look, even if I scoot this up more, say I want to keep the neck really protected and almost have it scrunched up there, it's going to hold it. You see that? It's going to hold it. It's not going to slide as if it were on a plastic hanger. It would be sliding right now. So these do protect the neck, but I still think that you could do better than this. So hold on one sec. Let me show you what the next hanger is. And last but not least, we have the wooden hanger. This is the hanger that I use when I do shows, when I'm out selling my pieces, when I'm on live and I have a rack behind me. It's just much more presentable. As you can see, it looks really nice. It's easy for your buyers to finger through your rack because they're nice and, it's a nice thick wooden segment here that they can just finger over and go through the rack with. These slide very easily. They don't bend, so the shirts stay hanging nicely. Con of the wooden hanger is that because it is glossy here and slippery, these can stretch the neck. Not as much as the plastic hangers, but not as good. But they're not going to protect your collar as good as the felt hanger. So if you're going to use a wooden hanger, I use a wooden hanger for things that I'm selling. So these are going to be here temporarily, and eventually they're going to go to a new home once I sell these pieces. When I have my personal pieces, I'll hang. If I use a wooden hanger to display them, say on my back wall when I'm on live or something like that, I'll do that for a limited amount of time. Mostly my personal pieces that I'm keeping, I keep folded in a drawer so that the collars are not affected by any of these hangers. So that's it. That's my little piece that I wanted to say about hangers. If you guys found any value in what I talked about today, please go ahead and subscribe, drop a comment, share this video, like this video. I'm Chris of 1980 Something Co. Thanks for watching.